Yem ubibia kwaba Mfambra Mega TV and platform we eso. Frank Annoh Dompreh and na power edasui. Kelvin Tailor chema owura we ene ne yire epese omuwia Ghana echapade bi. Na story no wo meme yakwa kuti mu pa ye. Afi nso Kelvin Tailor chema eye owura ye fe no can say mini, micro, little, small minority no. Bam deni yura afenyo markings. Ochiremu a saa ade na oye no parliament any nime bia oye no sebi na ho ye ne sere. And to the sense obeye na ho se sebi ono de onyanwia aga na japade onim de oye. Bra na omubisa yura okuje to abla kwa question so paso try person or exposing no just ensema all can only fact about it. Kelvin Tailor and fan channel. In fact, watch no where the power lies. In fact, what can some just watch him amia who dear echo so was sanko fui omuntem diamasa be omunya brekoa omusuro kuja tabla kwa ompeso mbe huni nimno abusia ensem no adropi meme yakwa kuti enseni emu enchiri mu bra yewra eye Kelvin Tailor or drop some information and sema o kanto aso de enye nsenketwa expose ahurawe ediaba enye expose ketwa na mempese meka sabe tinti yenko na yenko video no yenko ti nsem no emfabra yenfa credit emma Loud Silence TV omuna mobo aya sanse mu yetimi enye bi ede besom wo yenko yenko ti nsem na emfabra de koba bidna kaida ebeto aso.
This is the silly minority. Very silly and stupid. The silly minority, this is how they speak. This is what we have been saying all this while. When we say the silly minority, this is what we call the silly minority. Very silly and stupid. They speak like they are daft. They speak like animals. So MFR was very right, and MFR will be right every day. The silly minority no enye kwasiafo no munie. Na mamenjudwa bibi mu nkyerɛ yɛsɛ Annoh Dompreh ka asɛm bi. Asɛm ni nie bomiankotie Annoh Dompreh de Jimmy kasa no.
Sa wo ye NPP ni mapa. Na wo koto sɛ NPP fo ana sɛ NPP ni any NDC ni eko a. Wo NPP ni no na yɛmbu NDC ni no. Na yɛmbu ye. We are giving the EC 1 week. 1 week. 7 days. The EC must come and declare our candidate as the winner of the presidential election. If the NDC led by Mahama Yariga will not be reasonable, no Matthias Yese, Ablekumanov, based on all the evidence available, Yewinia, no more margin somebody to trust them, they will continue. They are not going to allow the EC to collect.
You see, it is like I said, the minority, the silly, stupid, piglet minority group, I a mistake. No. This is Annoh Dompreh or your MP. On say Annoh Dompreh can say we yenya Council of LWA or MPP bu manin kan bibia. On sa wonti so bia kan say bibia. Says MPP ni ko hu NDC ni a ombununkuno. And this is a fool in parliament telling you and I so you're honorable. Nenum kan kind bo. KWASIA wage the parliament every day. And you know the funny thing, you and I, we are paying this pig. And you see, adia yana say asofo omotene omonsa oba omiaso. Asofo omoso omye MPP asofo. Asofo a omote Ghana omoso omde omope nokure ene oman yanchichiri ne ye emu peace council emu Christian council ahemfo akese a omoso omde omokasa obi anka bi omo nyina hu KWASIA kasa we obi a ka ne to atwom adentira one of the piglets asem we anka NDC ni MP ne ko bie na no kan asem we a anka yenya ohene KWASIA bi manakasa Yenya sofo kwasie bi akasa. Yenya panyini kwasie bi akasa adentra NPP ni NDC ni ne kanye. But it's because it is one of them. Because it is coming from the NPP and a member of parliament onim the faith. As we sit here, Annoh Dompreh is not a legitimate member of parliament. Annoh Dompreh during the election on any NPP for a bobi a tribute to the constituency ekuni to chene. Sa kwasia we. Ever seen the investigations cry ye Annoh Dompreh and the NPP for bobi to kuno. Ade anche akwa we beka kire Ghana for say JJ Rawlings medra Annoh Dompreh and in the group o leadi omo no beka asasem no ebetena radio so ka kire say an Samuel Abugina Paka na emom no na free gallery ni me bae 2 days ade achen wasa akogye constituency ka kire Ghana for say so obi ehu NDC ni a ombu ni nku no kwasia we da ho to parliament. Why? How did we get here as a people? These are fools. We momo Jimmy. And I don't have any respect for any of them. You see, MPP for them parliament one. One kasa do any fema. Nyanseni be empani wom for any fem. MPP for them parliament is ano. Udi we ni fem sa minority 88 ma. Nyanseni ben ende. Asebesi wo MPP party mu wo parliament. Nyanseni ben empani wom obekasa abubejai. Madam PJ abedan one of the crooks. A very dirty old woman entertaining foolishness. Omututu table no gina ho waka ne to atwem and waka ne siesie so and o say nkwara ne twitwi table no because ne bank on ne bangu abrochire because baby and the seat no sebio nipa dodo no mo ho no o de table hwe omutirim ko mbeto ama no enti ohun Ghana fo say nyina ye jimi enti sa 88 fo no mugu parliament no for woni fam hwe so behu nyansani ba ko wo ma obetuma asori akasa say obi anye din ebi wom ebi nim. They are the silly minority. The seriously crazy silly minority no omunie, and that is why we need to know say pathway no intelligent person should give them that room to come close to power again. When you look at the opposite, share NDC no share nipa omuwom share how they conduct themselves. Put aside say I am happy the NDC is in power and I campaign very hard because I know NDC a Papa Chair MPP for them to come to power. Put everything. Now look at the NDC majority leader. Sheno, Nano Kasa, the composure, the respect of Okuta. So who in their right senses will get up and say MPP 88 to 100 nyansa. Why? And Okasa or ferry. So where the nimi nyamunti where the esro. Why? Befesa wanga tanasi. Now we analysis no. And NPP 88 way. Why not to me Gina Okasa? Oh, where dear, you're ferrying anymore. Why? In giantization. Nyansa, none of them. It may appear about Annoh Dompreh. It is enough. MFA was right. They are in support of this foolishness. And you expect Ghanaians now, Omokoto Abatia MPP no, to come back and say, most Ankwasiafo ya pese to me. Ghana ni ben ni Nyansa obesa tam to me Amankwasiafo we. Et wa obetam to Miyama we no we Jimmy. Because since Omuluzu power, they have not shown anything be a Nyansa. We a member of parliament now be one no kasa asem you expect me to respect you? You expect the taxpayer didn't sika edema ehwe jantra for ene wo mano to give you respect because as someone Annoh Dompreh kan no your Ghana ni simple Ghana ni be in a kaya and kedina ko jina court. So why hasn't the IGP invited Annoh Dompreh? Because Dompreh is a political IGP. The CID boss, Ojina Hushem, and or the Inku Fana Hem, or Titinaniachi. And I don't even know why John Mahama and the NDC are taking so long to sack this group of people. Why are they still in office? I don't even know why the NDC have taken so long. Because the day John Mahama occupied office, now go see a PAM CID or boss, no, only the first person can PAM no. Said IGP na mo investigated the crime. I was saying a CID boss, the first person, first day, mo PAM the free. What is that woman doing there? Occupying space and taking money on unnecessary things. And we sit in Ghana and we entertain these 88 fools. This justifies, say, these people are the silly minority. It justifies it. And be being what bet my catch me. Ebema ma adwena sister say inkofo we Jimmy and they don't have to come close to power. Now, I say when you study the MPP very well, especially Annoh Dompreh and Annoh, they have issues with oral. Now, the reason why they have issues with Okudjato and oral, and say those people are in serious land grabbing, and I say they are serious land thieves and government facility thieves. Also recently, Okudjato Ablakwa approached Annoh Dompreh. Ever since the 99 years, as I say, we are in he's still moving around and speaking like a madman. The issue say waje futu for asase for 99 years no we jai eno onko ho because that junior say futu for the Jimmy onim say oh we the more time e betwam, and that is how they see Ghanaians. Now my mention akwa we Annoh Dompreh, and this goes to the oral team. I will officially send an email to the oral team, and this is very important to Ghana for. So I to say Annoh Dompreh Parliament now of fighting the oral team, and I say oral now there's a reason. Now you see this woman, the dean at the Barbara Annoh Dompreh Nancy Anno Wareno. Now woman we juma of Parliament, so only Annoh Dompreh a date ya Parliament. Enti obi beka say oye public servant, oye aban adwumani, because sa lady way very arrogant lady. Ombu obia okasa te say the wabodam. Sa lady way okasa te say sebu toilet gunenum. Ope one arrogant woman is this lady. Etina Annoh Dompreh enene da odino e Parliament. I know a certain girl Annoh Dompreh na wa wanje. That lady approached me to tell me to speak on it, or the akorane ni nyina be kire me KWASIA we anje am a lady no, she's now frustrated. Now this lady, one arrogant person, yakase obi a filthy arrogant, disgusting, despicably arrogant, sir lady we your friend Barbara. It's not Annoh Dompreh din wo Parliament. I want to chimp na, but no you more Parliament is technically or a civil servant. Now, lady way, because I civil servant inti, your man government bungalow, Trasacco inside. In fact, that area no, your friend no, Trasacco George's Estate. Trasacco George's Estate. The government gave this woman a government bungalow to live in. Now, sa bungalow no bungalow number 26. This goes to the oral team. You people just need to visit that place. Maybe chira with the ekoswo say be ya mo bebusa Annoh Dompreh say oni Barbara we say what is going on because they are married now. It no dig away and emu anom be ware ye. We ja Kelvin the onkata nsem no hwe kotia da breku album e ho de bobeti wombom onyaminti e ho de ore be ho bibia be fire ma upie fru da rose nsu to aha de ye dwudwam. In time na Annoh Dompreh di no Parliament no e no mni nemua no mo be ware. Now okay te say we Barbara, arrogant Barbara. Yes, you have something for me? The team no, they are adding something to it. Okay. Into Trasacco George's Estate, they gave this woman Udu Trasacco George's Estate wa Yamamami way government bungalow. Now, what happened was that into Annoh Dompreh ware ye no 2020, and sa bungalow near the amomo no ye the ama lady no oni Annoh Dompreh renti an apartment e was sa estate ho. Oral, listen. Oni Annoh Dompreh renti another apartment. Estate number 26. Bronsign. Omo renti private apartment. Bronsign. Ena maami we Barbara we no. Ojai government bungalow ni man ebusiafo. and on Annoh Dompreh etukotna bungalow nim ekotna private estate nim ewo Trasacco wa. Okay, now this is the private estate, Mama Fanchero. So this is the house omo rent ye time na ye this government bungalow na mama no or the bungalow na e was say or trim every time no instead say or this bungalow ni be ma buying back say you see on Annoh Dompreh worry now oma rent another apartment just in that neighborhood which is $4,300 a month. No, this lady did not give the bungalow back to government. The lady kept the bungalow and then moved her family, her sisters and her cousins into the bungalow. It's a government bungalow now. Or no, etuako a apartment enye sika air pay $4,000 a month. No, instead of her to release the bungalow, she actually gave the bungalow to her family. And on Annoh Dompreh etuko tna sa dan we mu e the same neighborhood. Number 26, Oko Eye Trasacco George's Estate. Annoh Dompreh rented down way. Until right after election 2020, omuluzu elections, no, they started to move things around. They realized that no, they cannot afford the $4,000 a month building way. So what they decided to do, they decided to move back into the bungalow, but not into the bungalow. The bungalow now by the man, there was another house that was next to the bungalow. Now I know cheaper than this one. And mobile rent no. To remember, now this one now omoko rent no $4,300 a month. No, I buy this in 2020 no, and omo say right now no, they need to start moving things around. Into omo free hano, and sa government bungalow no, I had my lady, your friend Barbara no. What they did was that there was a building next to that bungalow. A private property and a bungalow no a share wall. Now, Oral, listen to me. This is Annoh Dompreh's wife. She also works at Parliament. She still has access to that bungalow. Now, see what is happening. Tomorrow, Oral should go to this place. This woman, she works at Parliament. Friend Barbara Annoh Dompreh. One can say you want to go visit her bungalow. Now, the funny thing they say, sa bungalow no, any property be no oma rent here, any bungalow no bon no. What they have done is that they have broken the wall now at that bungalow no, any property no oma rent no, oma bu wall no, and omo serious renovation to put the two buildings together. Tonight they are renovating. In Kofogumu Yejuma. Go there. Now the question is, aya dan na buying bungalow. Aya wa we civil servant. Utumi bubu bungalow no. Esa to another property a bungalow no e kan nyina bom to rebuild it and renovate it to become your own. The question I'm asking is say Barbara no sa bungalow na aband the man no. Bungalow no wato na. Why na ton bungalow ni man no? Eya buying bungalow. Oni ni kunu Annoh Dompreh eya dan na mutumi ebu sa wo na da private property in the bungalow no and they are doing serious renovation metuni video mema mitim na kwa video actually, but I'm telling the oral team to go there because I want them to ask this Barbara Annoh Dompreh say that bungalow who gave her the right to add it to a private property. It's a state property. I'm sorry. Into Barbara way, because we have more Parliament in this dynamano. Sa area hono, JJ Rawlings, and a total in Sassano and OCC government bungalows CC so send a civil servant will get bungalows to live in. In Dukosa area hona, there are a lot of houses a dosun, Nina are buying bungalows. Into this lady got opportunity to get access to one. Sa time I demand Annoh Dompreh dino. Omu nemu ano mo be worry ye. It don't worry ano and omu ko renti another apartment and again on the jai bungalow ni man ebusuafo. Inti omu ko tena apartment they were paying $4,300 a month. 2024 power sign omu say no because before power change in 2024 omu realize that abi omu anya faster because they saw said NPP was going to lose and Annoh Dompreh knew say se wan tutu no nyoma ye a sikasembe problem na wan nya nyoma ntem so a eye edan no mo beje into omo free sa apartment yam de kire mu we no they left this apartment when no mucha 4,300 no they left that place and then what George's estate number 26 no so they stopped paying the $4,300 now they moved back to the original bungalow na Edema Barbara no and that bungalow no there is a house next to it and omo ye den omo to sa dan no Annoh Dompreh to sa dan no and what they did was that as we speak they have broken the wall that separates the two buildings and they are not renovating the two buildings together as one building. Now my question to Annoh Dompreh and Barbara say government property now and the omo de air building omo ankasa personal property and omo edan omo to no why na more omo sa right no to take over government property and to build to change the plan to add it to a private property. We want to ask Annoh Dompreh and this goes to oral. And I want Okujato Ablakwa Mr. Kofi Boache Martin Kpebu Mr. Dumelivo. I want you guys to go call this lady, your friend Barbara. Onye Annoh Dompreh no. Mon friend or parliament. Now Mumbusan say your bungalow. Are you doing any serious renovation? Why are you doing renovation? Is that your right? Why have you broken the bungalow down to add it to a private property? Is it yours? Did anybody sell it to you? Who sold that government property to you? Hehehe. It's Annoh Dompreh a simple question. Monday, I am officially going to petition Ayedian Oral. I want them to call this woman, go to Trasako, George's estate. Namumbusa Barbara say, government bungalow ben or team, onfa a dino. Oral, go there. Meno kasana jui. Renovations require so den ken omo budana tuogu omo buwo no and omo the property na join it private property and Annoh Dompreh de yenia dan AC castle kwasia ojira social media ka say NPP fo nkoku NPP NDC fo Annoh Dompreh kwasia we. I am giving oral till Tuesday. They need to send a group. In fact, they don't have to even work too much. They should call Barbara to lead them to her house. Because on record, Barbara is living in a government bungalow. Let all go there and see what Barbara is doing. Annoh Dompreh onene yere. Osemebua. I am personally going to send a petition to Oral that this needs to be done. Renovation, baby, they can't change anything. To property, a government property, and bu and boom and city mansion. Assassin ya mene wodia. Bungalow ni ya mene wodia. Teacher ni betuma kwatena ho. Lawyer police ni betuma kwatena ho. Aban adwuma ni bia betuma kwatena ho. This lady is breaking it down to build a mansion on it. Samoko one enya no kura mo beka nkyere me. I am going to show you videos from Monday. But I want Oral to know this. Mr. Dumelivo, Mr. Kofi Boache, Okujato Ablakwa Honorable, Mr. Kpebu, and then who again? The ball is in your front. Monfra Barbara, go to her house. Official bungalow. Namubusa say, Adena Obubu bungalow now, or they are joining private property. Easy. I'll be back. Sa Barbara no, otubitin to Siogu house helping him. Annoh Dompreh. She's able to spit. But no name say one of the house helps me cousin. And I was watching. Now me show mo. Now mo mistreating my cousin. Because I stay in there. I want to know what is happening. Otubitin to Siogu house helping him. Barbara na Annoh Dompreh aware no. A filthy woman. But it's simple. I want Oral to question her. No mon kwasa fio because on record she has been given a government bungalow. A child person catch say a man government dying. She has been given a government bungalow. At the end, we dine or they are joining a private property. Simple. They were paying $4,300 or some apartment. I'm the chairman. Sa property there one next. They were paying $3,500. Annoh Dompreh was paying that much. Annoh Dompreh make a change says, "Sir, apartment now and the or the the other kind of omebusa say new rado saying." Now KWASIA for to parliament. Instead of them to ask serious questions, they are asking about somebody's rent. You bet you will be a rent and it will be a sasia we are. Now, yanko yenim silly, the silly minority. Me shirt today full. 9 shirt, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, photo shoot kakra. Girls, no, obi anye radio. Kevin be photo shoot. Akwa me hucha. Girls, no, mucha ntem, munya ntem. The silly minority, munya ntem. Embra. Udwa me kwa. Embra girls, no. Daddy, Zazie is here. Hey, Baltimore, Zazie is here. Girls, man, Embra, the silly minority. T-shirt, nanani. Mama, Embra, yeah, Modoa, Wega. Unsha kwada, wabodam. Shout about could be $100. Unyebia send you a message, a bro original. Abuache. $100. Solid pa na wo hu say ma shefonda akoya oye advert to a TikTok or so or ton cast grass and brack we brack and grass akoya ton ka or a TikTok or say ne ka no grass and bracky we brack and crassy and bracky we got is akwa ton cast working what no make we the man hwe roof na grass da so and it's a brack tinted. We so a brack and crassy. Across the bleach, across the liver. All right. $100. Jefu. Hey, me konan dem $1,000 bisham who. And from there too. And the mini pay me $15,000. Is me fan shame ho. Hey, in Gravoni be was go. Oba me feel Kevin take 15,000 my friend. Say also take. And one am je na me ba no. Na ma one am dia sha 15,000 or that tell me. But now from in crane for or me nipa say short man nkwana one crane. Make some them $10,000 now no start be short man. Ma miska ka krebia 2 no. All right. Now mo me nkwe nam judwa de bi mu nkira mo. Brack and grass. Where brack and crassy. Across the blade and across the liver. The brown blade is above the water. Now mami Endi sa enkomo we yes say in parliament. I had a minority in parliament, the micro silly minority no. En KWASIA dia omo koye in the parliament no. Speaker Albert Bagbin 8BA committee ya. Omo investigations. Ewo en KWASIA dia isi o parliament a. Wager for MP no Jerry. Bema we use no trum. Anopa osore odi blade tete ne hwena no. Otumi yi tata blade na ode tete na bodwe time ye ni abre a ye foka akodwuma no na ode de KWASIA tete na bodwe Jerry we jagba we for MP no sa KWASIA pay first time in parliament of twa no ho an ho kan pokre kakra bon no ho rexona kakra won ho sunlight any pokre and osawo medisoft bema baako now omudi KWASIA sem no parliament we and a speaker back been say we be a committee a sa committee no entina se na omontoto obia no ohobia no na yenhwe de odifo na yema emra no nye adwuma ana se yentwe nipa na so ana nipa kuofo no yentwe omaso in parliament the silly minority led by the silly Afenyomark and the silly Annoh Dompreh were there. The majority too were there. They all agreed that a committee should be put together to investigate what happened during the vetting. Abua Osun and the Takra Son. Some were 188 members in parliament. Now we're 88. I don't expect, or you don't expect me to share the same seat with you. Come here, boy. Inti Alban Bagbin say abo so na takra so inti NDC for no enko for obviously ebedo adas chia KWASIA for no. Now the funny thing is Alban Bagbin set up committee we no. From the beginning the NPP could have opted out and said say we don't even want to volunteer anybody to sit on the committee to listen to incidents and to gather evidence. But the funny thing is the Afenyomakin minority or the silly minority no actually went ahead, agreed to what the speaker said, and said, you know what, we are going to get our people to sit on the committee to interrogate or investigate the matter so that we can come to an amicable conclusion. So from the day Alban Bagbin set it up and as the assembly about parliament, if the NPP, the silly minority, had the problem, they wouldn't have even in the first place be part of the committee. But you know the funny thing, these little twerps, these silly minority, they agreed, they sat down, they concurred, and they said, yes, we need to also bring our people to sit on the committee to question people on what actually happened during the vetting. And for them to even nominate representatives to sit on the committee is basically admitting that what Alban Bagbin has said or what Parliament has arrived is the best thing for both sides. It's Afenyomakin as the leader of the silly micro minority, they actually got people to go sit on the committee. Now, the hearing started. People were being called. Minority members were being called. Statements were being taken. People came and made statements. People came and corrected facts. People came and gave a vivid explanation of what actually transpired. Time ana adieno KWASIA omububu table Annoh Dompreh KWASIA mpenyi ne omomakano entokwa esi ewo vetting nase. Halfway the vetting from the statements and I said from the accounter. In fact, the majority leader, respected majority leader, took time off and came to sit before the committee and told the committee, the people who were there, in fact, the clerk to that committee came there, spoke, gave her vivid part of the story. Workers of parliament who were there, in fact, the marshals, which is parliament police leader, any committee vetting place and KWASIA almost part of the story. They gave vivid explanation and accounts of what transpired. And the funny thing is, the NPP minority, that is the silly micro minority, still had their representatives sitting, questioning, and listening. And no alone, the say the NPP had admitted or agreed to be part of this process. Now, maybe you don't know something. Now, sir, committee where Alban Bagbin put it together. No, it's a committee that has powers at the High Court in Ghana. So you cannot underestimate that committee. In fact, when you walk to that committee and insult them and they say you can go, you have to be jailed, you can go to jail because when they sit like a high court. In fact, so time Ghana constitution now, let me show you something here. When you read the constitution of Ghana, now we share committee na Alban Bagbin at the parliament standing orders and embra etiena. Okay, Ghana constitution na ewo muchodo say sa committee na Afenyomakin from the beginning ejitu mu say NPP for bekwa kotenem atoto nkofo ano ma yehu no kure no. They admitted said that committee has powers like the High Court. It is already chapter 10, the legislature, which is 103 committees of parliament. So parliament committee some of the committees and as a committee it has powers as the High Court. Ewo power to say High Court. Now, so already 103 Committee of Parliament, this is what the Constitution says. Anytime catch us say it is not personal. It is about the facts and explaining to Ghanaians why Jandam, I was say stop it Jandam. Anything at this platform is big. We get a lot of people coming on this platform to listen. Who read the Constitution of Ghana? That's what it says. A committee appointed under this article shall have powers, rights, and privileges of the High Court or a justice of the High Court at a trial. 4A. Enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise. B. Compelling the production of documents. And C. Issuing a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. Inti almost a committee we Ghana Constitution say. So almost tenasia almost to me so almost obiama na betina omunim atoto nano. Almost to me say almost betumi aka say ye yankrata we fabreye. Almost kura betumi asoma ma yakọ abrochire ama yakọ ka akototo obiano akọje ayanse adanse e de aba be support dwumadi omudi no. Omo wo to me to say High Court e Ghana. Omo tenase a omo betumi aye the High Court eye nyina. Enti sa committee na Alban Bagbin ejina eye parliament mraso eye chapter the chapter 10 the legislature over eye 102 committee of parliament the Alban Bagbin ejina so the sa committee no e wo to me to say eye High Court. And it's hard to me no, ombetime subpoena. Ombetime say by force, but now honey musa won sem. Ombetime say wo ko defiase. Ombetime say wo ya te sekrata bi wo ho, bra na betena so na gire sekrata anim. Ombetime e wo se okotena omanim a e wo se wudi nsie. You need to take an oath. It is okotena mu na wudi nsie a it is wako wura court a wudi nsie. Asem bi a wo beke bia no, ye betumi di afa ho ebu pa ebu fo and I say ye de afa ho eja ama wako and I say ama de afa ho edi. So this committee now wu hu sa no are the majority leader, the clerk to the vetting committee, and other people like the marshals of parliament, Abetre Nimakasa no, and some MPs at no. It is basically a high court. But remember, don't forget. Say committee we no from the day Alban Bagbin etse parliament G2 no, the NPP from day one nominated people to sit on the committee, meaning they agreed and they respected the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. That is why they agreed to put their people on the committee. So from the day the NPP had representatives sitting on the committee, hearing and questioning, the NPP silly minority, they have automatically adhered or are part of this process, and that they need to respect the court procedure. Iti sa committee no juma mudi ni nyina no eye court juma. It says stay with me, Mr. P, stay with me. It is a fraud committee nanim. Now we decide and also we decline here. And to say High Court afro I will say won't call. That's contempt. You can go to jail. Tie. Makan kra tachro. Mama wati ase Ayadian, sa Ayadian, sa committee. Now, my Ura Parliament, na mention standing orders, no, what it says emphatically about this Ayadian committee. Yenjum na Ghana for you know, Mamim Bim. Well, the new standing orders are our parliament, no. My mention the committee way a unique and has the powers to say the High Court of Ghana. It is a Obikas and Onko committee anymore. Sa High Court know the right to subpoena or that High Court has the right to take decision to say High Court. That committee.
Hey, Kelvin, no. Kelvin, you also must say the elbow. Tuma left and right, or Tuma left and right, or Tuma left and right. What you say, Kelvin? You know, see now the more sa. And in fact, Ninsema Wakano, so we are 10 framework Urano. Be your kind of quarry. We are temni filmwa. Sama Kevin Kobodu can now no quarry because Oshe a dear MPP for we are ye. Ukrumha and common sem fata. Sese bisi binyado. Ghana sem cromudium monutumbi. Nkomo nsɛm fata o. Nkomo need that audacity. Nkomo need that right. Nkomo need that oil, that what? That momentum, that vim and the vigor to speak about Ghana. Yes, nkomo need sa right no. Because ohwe how nkofo we ese oman ni kuduruye and ohwe how nkofo we sikadie omudi ni kurum ha. Ebidi se Frank Annoh Dompreh abenya japade a oni ne yiri omofai. Enso we ogina nse wo madu agiri na oye ni mema asem. Ogina nse wo madu agiri Ablikuma not na oye ni mema asem. Meanwhile no, if I a man Kelvin Tailor to challenge say say na moye, you people should come out and respond. Mumra bonti na mumbe respond to that. Say no quarry. Say more for mine japade and say more for mine japade. Oye Frank Annoh Dompreh ni statement to make here. It is clear, it is loud and clear, it is crystal clear. Say we mine japade di we bi. And sasi di we bi. Inti nkente saa enka onka se o NDC na NPP why na say omani super why na tu galamsi do, which means on wanka so na mo or concession or yesu adwuma. Annoh Dompreh no eye obi a ho why na adwin say politics no onyambo aburo nwie. That is why illegally no he was brought to parliament because the people of Nsauma Dwajiri never voted for them, voted for him. The people of Nsauma Dwajiri never voted for who? Frank Annoh Dompreh. He forced himself on them and came to be their member of parliament. But prosperity would judge this man one day. Said the Nekufado or Tiwano said the Busi Binyado, who did Unhuso Onka Ghana said he is one of the most because Kufado is one of the most pitful a year painful mukruma because since your co-position in Yantin and Kabio in him so krum ho so what two house away dinyo in by now Unichebia na chese wakushe UK. Yes, Unichebia na wakushe UK. Because this kind of enigwas, you know, intimate containing, you know, Krumha. Free so most Obieka. Our neighboring countries no more can. US no more can. Canada, China no more can. So we want to Ghana. Say the economy ye, want to Ghana, ye, amamuni ye. And with all these things, no, what's in for Sibomia? Say, Uncle Tumubomia. As if say Ghana, you name your left or right. As if say Ghana na yetino, sebi, you name the echo. But we same people told us loud and clear. Say won't mean so be kukumuti so unkoto ma NDC and I say unkoto ma MPP. And then you were there telling MPP and NDC candidates, supporters. So munkoto aba Emma Muhammad Bomia. And then smoothness level. I say all of a sudden Bomia were dump and deaf. Yes, all of a sudden they have kept quiet in this country. Na idi yanko pasi so mumu ano enka ntisa enka kofo we no me say enkofo we no eka bi omo ahya se omo mpagu hono no am say minim say do mo study ya na dun so bi ni number bi enwumbre around 7-8 hono eka nkofo ya abagu an you radwo mahama any the federal government of Nigeria you Tinubu and omo eye kasubombi through the energy minister John Jinapo and omokope fuwe kakra bi di begu mu a nka sabe Ghana nyina blackout nka Ghana nyina dun so because that was their plan. That was their plans to what to make sure this government will be disgraced. But yankopon onim de oyintina Nigeria president no ne hwan nyina mobile mo be share yi radwen wani munyam mobile nso ampa omo bisa no John omubisa na pede ɛma ɔno nso de to ɔmo say a light no issue enti mo mpaeɛ na mabɔ bia mabɔ rate ni bu ɔno nso wayɛ adeɛ nka Ghana yɛda so mu mankɔpɛ barrel bi ama mankɔpɛ fuel barrel bi aba nka saa be nka bebia blackout because that was the plans for the NPP and until ɔmo firi mu saa dane na ɔmo hand over no after 5 hours or 6 hours now the light will go off yɛmisa sɛ ɛsi dɛn ɛna ɛba no saa nti yɛka nkɔfoɔ nte aseɛ this NPP government if care is not taken they will spend more than a decade in opposition because adeɛ a ɛyɛ mo opposition no they are still doing it. That is arrogance and pride. What in the middle I say? Arrogance and pride. That in a opposition, but they are still doing it. They are still doing it. Omuguso amuye arrogant and kafenyo marking enkujina honom. And threatening ninsa parliament clerk so the whole clerk enka ensa woma duagiri Frank Annoh Dompreh kujina baby nkase ayo koto se NPP ni buendi si abwa no wombu no monhye no enko nkasa asem ne da but because of arrogance because of pride because of wickedness intino omuni adaje bikana sem refrain konkonsa owo na eni nkata amen refrain konkonsa owo na eni nkata amen in fact yenkra na enwuma yeto no yebobo na ehwe na refrain no opesu di tia ya na di si refrain konkonsa owo na eni nkata amen we dey NPP for konkonsa NPP for abro owo betin position ache sa be rotty position because Ghanaians are not ready to give power to such people. Our more respect you, more to our more viewer, or more Muriana, or more any number of senka. And no matter say Ira, John Germany Mama say any appointee biano will not use first class. Say Utukwaya, Ube Fanoma, Massa, Ube for business class, Ube Fanoma, because Ubia ni pension bia ye hwema Ghana for ye deserve the best because ye na did too many shamusa but nkofo we dey better so no mind the voice be sa NPP for we don muti kuruma e kan be hu dey because for Ghana ha adwom bone nkofo yi omo plan ye before 2024 election no anyankopon eda na the tumi ani ne na hoodin edi ma obi ehu adwom bone na ehwe mutremo. That was the reason why they were confidently insulting Ghanaians each day and night. Because omu be him, no more take over, no more the Ghana for a fan kwasomu. And Kabaina Kufad we will kasa or the number in Chinchin Bobia. Yeah, that's all ya and Koha Bibia Sisa. Bibia and Sisa. Dr. Matthew Pukupempe is the vice president. Dr. Muhammad Bomia is the president. Samira Bomia is the second lady. First lady rather. So Nanka Elokano Utwodoma Otis and Hobeyosen because they don't deserve it or moon deserve. Or how near man yomudin of Ghana for a phone bookroman and then the Punya microphone, the Casa Biobekabia Timdi, the Casa Biobekambia Sebi to Quasem. Ibisa say, won't me for Ashanti vote number what no Shibo Bomia soon. Sibomia the only shooting the no didn't vote by Anna. See this. I was here and send a no shit into my before we say Hanum. Hey, negative mess or subscribe to your channel. No, like you did was share for you. Kelvin Tailor and I tell you, come on, find me see video the why too much. I'm find me say see I'm trying to cut off long videos no so say be a movie to me I enjoy what you say but video bit second me Tailor they more expecting long because or no dear sebi ayana o ma asem no mu ye de or the chini gum film so or chire evidence what I say emo hu de ekoso hanum you an about authentic channel mega TV. Me maame kye ba for United States of America. Maame yankopɔn hyira papa. Papa me wɔ yɛ bi UK. Yankopɔn hyira maame. No bi pia hwe bɛgɛ TV no. Yankopɔn hyira. I salute you. Bye bye.